And we're on.
We're on.
It's recording.
Hey comic book lookers, it's a comic book look summer, bringing it to you hardcore and awesome. So we're hanging out here, of course, in the alternate studio. Got Boo hanging out with me. John on demand, it's your boy, comic book Hugh Heff. Of course, you guys, we have Skyler on deck, not behind the camera anymore. He got promoted to kind of CEO. I don't know. If I say that, Tom might get... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Skyler got his shares of the company and everything else, so we're good there. KEN is in the cut.
Tom's not here, so actually I'm in charge now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Ken's in the cut, of course. Fourth Element, and of course, Sgt Merica, the new kid on the block. So I'm just pouring my wine here to celebrate that, and we're going to kick it off with a whole lot of awesomeness.
It's just grape juice.
It is just basically grape juice. It's like grown-up grape juice. But I usually get really chatty by the end. I just totally drilled on myself. I'm so excited.
He hasn't even had any yet.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. At least
it's that first glass of wine of the day.
Yeah, it's been a day. Anyways, we have some interesting news to report. We had a couple of awesome episodes last week. And
they were terrible.
Long Box Confidential is always an experience, though, and it was all five of us. It was all five of us. It was a big deal. Technical difficulty. So, if you've been with the show for a few years, we've gone through many cameras, and all of us have had blunders at one point or another when we're facilitating it or whatever. So it's just kind of the show's history. It's kind of a rolling joke with us. It's gonna happen again, I promise you, because we're still shopping around for new cameras.
It will.
So we're rocking that cell phone life right now. So bear with us, but. Anyways, we're here.
If some of our longer viewers will recall, this is the part of the reason I got demoted from running the cameras and then promoted to being on the show is because they didn't want all the technical difficulties. Come to find out, it wasn't just me.
Yeah. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all 2013, Skyler.
It is the Ultron experience.
Exactly.
It is, yeah.
No strings on us.
Yep.
So we got a plethora of topics to talk about.
Plethora?
Plethora? I don't know. I can't talk.
Have some more wine.
Okay. All right, I'll let you guys take it while I drink.
Oh, shit.
Well, I don't...
there it went. Dead air. Sorry. Thanks for watching, guys. Check us out next week.
I guess I'll go first. I really don't have any comics to discuss this week, but what I do have is I decided I wanted to do a new collection, and I started collecting the Pop Funk figures. But I decided, I wanted to pick one character and just collect all of that particular figure. So I've got a pretty good Joker collection started going on here. You can see them on the screen. We got the couple of the Jared Leto's from the Suicide Squad. We got the old Cesar Romero from Batman 66. We got Batman as the Joker. We've got the Arkham Asylum Joker, and then just the DC Universe Joker. Still got a couple more I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Heath Ledger Joker, and then I'm looking for the black and white Joker. And there's one of this one with a surfboard that I'm looking for as well. But I've got them on my list. I've made a list, so I will eventually try and have every Joker. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to expand that and get all the Harley Quinns to go with them.
Yeah, everybody needs a date, right?
So that's where I'm going to probably be focusing my collecting
should have started with the Harley Quinns.
Well,
but that's this guy's opinion.
Harley Quinn is pretty cool. So I'll have to get a couple of Harley Quinns, and so get these guys some dates, and we'll be good to go. But that's pretty much all I have. Is I just wanted to show.
See, I wasn't actually familiar with what these things actually were. I see them at the comic shop, I see them at the game shop, and stuff everywhere. Like that. And I was under the impression that they're bobbleheads.
Some of them are.
Some of them are. Okay, that's probably where I was misled because you see these and they have the big head, which is iconic of a bobblehead, and I just kind of figured that, especially with their kind of cheesy look to them and stuff like that, that it was something like that, but.
I have the Doctor Strange one. I bought that this last weekend. He's a bobblehead, so...
I guess I'm missing the appeal. I understand the collectability of it, but
it is a sickness. You buy one,
now
and then you buy another one to offset that one, and then you buy 50 more because you must.
Yeah.
So...
they make them for, if you like a TV show, if you like a certain
Disney movie, politician.
Pitch Perfect has their own Pop Funk. Not that I would collect those, but, that's...
All right.
Sorry, guys, I can't do this.
You gotta buy the Fat 80 doll, so... But yeah, no, I think they're very. I think
What's MSRP on these? What do they usually run for?
Anywhere
About
from
approximately
eight to $12.50, depending on where you get them. If you get them on sale, sometimes they're cheaper. Usually at Rainbow Comics, they're about $10 a piece.
But then they hit exclusives that will just run it through the roof, as you know, with any collectible.
Like this one is a Loot Crate exclusive. You can't get him anywhere else. And then some of these were Hot Topic exclusives. And so yeah, but the thing is, most of them, even if it's an exclusive, you can go online and buy them. So.
Yeah. I do know at the Emerald Comic Con, they were putting out some that were only 100, 500 runs. And so people were, just crowding in this line. It was ugly chaos. And then they were selling them instantly for 500 online. So
yeah, I'm not going to be paying that much for anything. I might go up to 20 if it's a really rare one I want, but anything more than that, I'm like, nope. Because for that price, I can buy a bunch more of the cheaper ones.
Right.
So.
And this is the standard size, and they do have some larger ones now.
Yep, I have a Thanos, and he's 6 inches, and then they have some of the dragons from Game of Thrones.
Sure, yeah. They've kind of gone all over the place with the pop figurines, because I've seen they have like planeswalkers and characters from Magic, and you've got like Ninja Turtles and Doctor Who and Star Trek and Star Wars.
Pac-Man and the Ghost stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's just kind of crazy and insane to me. I was very close to actually purchasing one Friday. I was playing Friday Night Magic, and I saw they had some Ninja Turtles. And this was I was still under the impression that they're bobbleheads, and I was like, man, if they got a Michelangelo, I'm going to tack that thing to my dash. Sure, it's going to fade in the sun. I don't care.
Yeah.
For 2 years, it's going to be fucking awesome driving around with a Michelangelo just like headbanging to the music all day,
They're very addictive. You buy one and you're like, now I got Michelangelo. I need to get Splinter and Shredder too.
Yeah.
Oh, now I got the other guys.
For me, Michelangelo is just more than enough.
You say that.
I'm a cheap date.
It's problems. My wife bought 2, and now she's got 5, and the sickness affects us all.
Are you sure they're not just like multiplying?
They might be. They're the new Trumps.
They are.
The other funny thing too is that I feel that Rainbow probably has this eternal supply of them, because I swear I buy one and the next day I'm back there and the same thing's on the shelf again. So I think they had like this running inventory in the back.
Well, yeah, and that's a nice way to create urgency too. There's only one.
Yeah.
They have one of each, but there's only one of the one that I want.
Yeah.
So you gotta buy it.
They definitely expanded their stock of them. And
Yeah.
I kind of like what Rainbow does is they've split it up. Like you go to the Star Wars stuff, and they've got the Star Wars ones there. You go over to the Doctor Who stuff.
Sure.
They got the
Instead of all the pops all in a row.
Walking Dead over here with all the other Walking Dead stuff. So it's pretty cool. I like it.
And of course, what I always have the problem with is after you pay and you got all your comics, you're on the door, and then out of the corner of your eye, just as you get ready to leave, you see the one you want. And then you have to turn around, grab that one, bring it back to the register. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd already spent my budget for the day. I bought $20 worth of comics, and I'm like, and then as it was the first day the food truck was there, so you guys went out to the food truck, and as I'm leaving, I'm like, well, there's one Joker, there's another, there's another.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed every Joker they had, and I'm like, okay, I'll take these.
I saved that $20 for the food truck.
Yeah.
I could go without eating.
Yeah.
I did. I totally skipped the food truck and bought $40 worth of pops. So.
But that was wonderful. Rainbow Comics and Collectibles are going to have the Tasty Treats trolley show back up again, and like 40 to 50 flavors of soft serve ice cream, some warm food. So if you're
tacos.
I would try the pulled pork sandwich. It looked good.
Yeah. So if you're in the 605, definitely keep on the Facebook page for Rainbow and see about all the times they get all the visits. So
yeah, and that's kind of a growing trend in our area too.
Yes.
The food trucks and stuff like that. Some of the licensing got opened up, the whole legal thing.
Oh, excellent.
But that's kind of why you've been seeing more and more of them come around, and we've seen some pretty interesting stuff. It's always fun to get food from a food truck, and that's a lot of flavors of ice cream.
Yeah.
Food truck.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so Tasty Trolley.
Tasty trolley. Yeah. It was cool.
Right. So personally, I kind of see these as like the Beanie Babies of this generation.
Oh yeah, they are.
It's a bubble that's going to burst at some point.
It is so true.
He only says that because he was never around for Cabbage Patch Kids.
I actually that was when I was a kid too. Like very young, we had a couple of Cabbage Patch Kids, but never the crazy collectible or anything.
Yeah.
I give it 2 years.
Now here's
I'd like everybody else to give a prediction of about how long how long are these going to maintain their value and the top end sells, because Back in the day with Beanie Babies specifically,
Yeah.
Princess Diana would sell for $500-$600. The
Right.
Princess Diana bear.
Right.
Now you can get those on eBay for like
Right.
$10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, my whole take is I'm not buying them expecting them to go up in value. John, on the other hand, refuses to take them out of the box.
Right.
So any of the ones he gives me, I can't take out of the box. But if I buy them myself,
The ones I get you aren't $9.
I take them out. I take
That's
I take them out. I take them out of the box. I keep the boxes, but I'm like, they make millions of these. These
Yeah.
aren't a rare item. So I mean, if this one got destroyed, I could go buy another one tomorrow, no problem. So I'm not.
Right,
too-
but I'm
too
talking
worried
about just like the
that.
pops in general and the higher end of like the collectible
Right,
scale.
right.
Like how long do you expect that to last? Because almost anything like that that's at a premium is in a bubble that's going to burst at some
Yeah.
point.
point.
And I think 2 years.
I think that's reasonable personally because they're doing a lot of good moves with it in terms of the franchising, and you just think about it. You
Limited
got,
releases
when
and
you
stuff.
think
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Pop, you think about Marvel, you think about Disney, you think about Netflix, and it's all these accessible platforms that are interwoven, and the
Yeah.
money
Right.
just rains. And so they're doing good stuff with it, just rolling with new characters and so forth. I think the main thing for me is I see some of the off characters I never thought I would see, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have that.
Yeah.
Zoom is awesome,
Good
awesome
stuff,
Flash
yeah.
villain, So they
Get a
make more
Jace or a
characters
Johnny
accessible.
Goldman.
Yeah.
It's like most people don't even know who that is, and it's just this weird corner character in Magic. Like
Yeah.
even a lot, there's probably some people that don't even know who Johnny Goldman is that play Magic. It's like just a weird thing to me, but
I'm thinking the company has been very smart. They have been very forward thinking. So I'm going to go for a full 10 years.
10 years.
10
Well,
years.
and I'm not talking about specifically the company either.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the bubble
Just
of the high end value of some of the limited releases.
And I'm still going to stick with 10 years.
You think
I
that-
think 10 years is probably, I think even when we're looking at the Beanie Babies, like you
Because
said, I
there's still
don't.
some
That was
buzz.
that was a
Yeah.
5. Yeah, that was a 5 to something. Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
big one.
There's still
There
like
still
to
are
collect things.
there still are
Yeah.
$20-$30.
Yeah.
And remember, people, always take out your valuables, devalue them immediately. These are meant to be touched and played and displayed and
Oh my God.
traded. Yeah.
Although if I could go back in time, for every He-Man figure I bought, I would have bought a duplicate, just one to keep in the box and one to play with.
No.
Early retirement, baby.
If I was
He-Man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
An original Trapjaw in the box, that's got to be worth something to someone.
yeah, if I was a masochist and wanted to like force strangle my childhood, I probably would go back and not open any of the Ninja Turtle toys that I had when I was a kid. But fuck that. You know how much fun I had
Yeah.
with playing with those things?
Yeah.
And yeah, the ones that you bend over and they do a flip and they almost never land on their feet anyway.
Yeah.
Those would be worth there are times when those are worth like $50-$60 a piece per turtle,
Yeah.
depending on the turtle, And no, I would never sell the 2 that I had. I never had a full set of anything anyway, so it's not like I would have had max value of anything.
Yeah.
But just being able to play with them. Whereas these, I mean, you're not going to play with them.
No, I just
You're
set them
gonna-
up in different
You're going to put them up on
places around
display,
the-
yeah, and that's fine.
Like
I'm gonna-
I like the boxes though.
The-
I feel
the
like
box
it
is
adds
fun.
more fun.
Yeah.
Which is once again why I say the company's been very smart. They do make the displays where they stand out. I mean, it's not behind really bad packaging. Some of them do have some stickers or other things on them that will detract from it, but
And they actually, what I like is they now even have ones where it's a mystery. You don't know what it is. You buy the box, you open it up, you don't know what you're going to get. And that's kind of smart too.
But do they have it where you can like remove the box and still it's remove a piece of the box and it's still a display box?
no,
Or
but
do you actually have
I
to pull
believe
it
you
out?
can buy
Your own
display
display
boxes to put them in.
Yeah.
So you
They
take
sell
them out
those.
of the box,
Yeah.
put them back into the other
Into
box.
another
that is
box,
now.
yeah.
And there's one thing about this is they even have their own like loot crate version where you can get 2
Yeah.
pops a month.
That's
like,
cleaning out their
for-
inventory.
for like-
level
Yeah.
unwanted.
Well, and the nice thing
Yeah.
about that is you can go onto their website and say, okay, this is what I'm interested in. This isn't what I don't want any of
Yeah.
these. And they'll only send you stuff that's on your list, and they keep track of it for you to say, oh well, he already has this one, so you never get any dupes. And I've really been thinking about maybe signing up for that, but I just
So
can't
how is it a
justify
surprise if you tell them what you want?
Loot crates
Because you don't know what you're going to get.
You don't know
You
what
tell
you're
them,
getting.
I'm
You
interested
just-
in Doctor Who, Harry Potter.
Not the actual figures, just
Right.
the
Right,
concept.
you tell-
But,
yeah.
but you do actually tell them, okay, I have this one, this one, this one, and then make sure
Okay.
they don't send
Christmas
you.
presents from your parents. You tell them what you want. You don't know if they're going to properly give it to you or not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I think like the mystery ones,
Yeah.
that's it's a gamble.
Yeah.
And
I'm clearly
if-
skeptical on it.
if people love to do anything, people love to gamble.
Yeah.
Like you buy that, mystery package of comics or the booster pack of Magic cards or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, Pokemon, whatever you're into.
Yeah.
I feel like those will probably maintain a higher value longer than a lot of the specific ones because just the excitement of opening it up and finding out what it is.
Yeah.
It's like you have no idea what you're getting, and for the excitement of having it, or just there's probably that guy out there that's never going to open the box, and he's going to buy as many of the mysteries as possible and never pull it out of the original packaging because we all know we're all nerds. We've all collected stuff.
Yeah.
If you take something out of its original packaging, it's immediately worth at least 10 to 20% less.
Yeah.
It's like a new car.
Even if you put it into a pristine, like airtight, vacuum sealed package immediately, it still has lost value from being outside of the original packaging.
Yep.
That's deep. You know what's funny is I look at some of those the X-Men card sets, the Fleer ones, like 94, 96, or whatever. I just look at those and I'm like, God, I want to buy a pack and just open them. And then I'm like, the moment I do, stupid, because it's all gonna be filler. I mean, or whatever. But it's so tempting. But at the same time, you shouldn't. Because that's becoming a decreasing pool of what's available.
Right.
So, same idea.
And actually, we'll jump off the pops. We'll stay on collectibles because I got a big thick stack.
Thick stack?
Thick stacks of
oh my god.
Marvel Comics cards.
Yeah.
From one of the regulars at my bar, and he actually he found a deal online, and they sent 2 sets of the whole set of cards.
Holy crap.
And then he had a couple of packs of like other ones, so he gave me all the duplicates from the packs of the other ones that he got, and the 2 sets that he bought for, just an extra $3 on top of his comic purchase. So he brought them into me because I was like, it'd be cool to have some random other card to use for tokens instead of specifically a goblin token and magic or whatever. And then I can put down like the green goblin instead. And then that's a lot more interesting. It's different artwork. It actually has some text and stuff like that on it. So like that just makes the game more interesting. It changes all the art. Like that's one of the things I like about Magic. There's all different art on the board and stuff. And if you can pull something that's it's not even from the Magic universe, you throw in a comic book character or something like that. So he set me up with all of those, and I was just like, I don't even know what I want to do with these because I don't want to like pull them out and slap them on the table every time. I might want to put them in sleeves if I want to do that, but then it deteriorates the cards. It's like I'm just gonna frame them. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna frame them up in an interesting sort of way. But
that's cool. That's a good idea.
That just seems a lot more fun to me because then that art will always be on my wall instead of let's see how the game goes and how many of these pictures I can put down that I like, and that it's all there's some crazy old school text, like old school like the dot matrix style printing display and stuff like that they go through, and I think that's a really cool concept too. Some cards is like it's not the comic book, but it has some like background info on a character from the comics that you like. Or, maybe it's someone you've never heard of, and then you can actually, who is this Hydra person?
Yeah.
I think we've established that nerds will collect anything.
Everybody's a nerd about something. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Whether it's, a certain football team, you're a nerd about that football team.
Yeah.
So.
Memorability for years. Yeah.
And I'm just a huge proponent of the fantasy football, fantasy baseball, any of that stuff. Is really just D&D for a job.
For a job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all it is.
Yeah.
Saving roll.
There's a few less different die you have to use, and there's not a manual specifically. Although there actually are. There are people that write books about it, so...
Nerd power.
We all nerd. Just what do you nerd?
I think now we should probably move into comics, considering we've done collectibles. And
I think it was a very good discussion so far, just for the record.
Yeah.
So, really quick, you guys. Oh,
I'm just here to undermine you at every turn, John.
Oh,
that's what I'm here for.
It's cool. Pickup week. So, Comic Book Wednesday, which is awesome. I got 1 book. Right?
Yeah.
So I got Batman issue 2. I haven't read it yet.
What?
No, I haven't because I just got home.
You picked up 1 book and you haven't read it.
I haven't read it, but
Well
I'm excited
played.
to read it. So I will let you know what I think of it when I do read it.
Are these alt covers of the same book?
Alt covers of the
this
same
is-
book.
so who's the?
So this is the standard cover, I assume, since John got the...
Mine is.
John got standard.
Yeah.
So that's Solomon Grundy,
Well,
but who are the people on
the
this?
only reason
That's
I
what
got
I don't know, and that's why I like the cover.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Gotham guy and Gotham.
The only
girl?
reason I got the alternate cover is because
Oh, sorry.
it's the same price as the original. So
Yeah.
But John didn't get the alternate cover.
oh,
No, I usually get both, but this time I was like, I wasn't a fan of it.
Okay. Welcome to the first ever episode of Bizarro Comic Book Look.
Where's the real John? Give him back.
Tim Sale. It's a Tim Sale cover. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the Solomon Grundy.
yeah,
It's a pretty sweet cover, I think.
And I love the Suicide Squad shout out.
which is only on yours. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Which, by the way, less than a month until Mark vs. John.
Yeah.
Comic Book Look coming to Nashville, Tennessee. It's going to be awesome. So 10 Dakota is going to happen. I'm excited. And we're going to go see Suicide Squad while I'm out there,
Nice,
so that's going to be a
nice.
lot of fun.
So you
We're
did
probably
not
gonna have to organize
When
a
did Suicide Squad
trip
come
to
out?
Suicide
15th.
Squad
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
amongst us
August
as well.
15th.
I mean, you're gonna be gone. You're gonna be gone.
I'll be gone opening day, but if we do it after, I'll go with you guys. Yeah.
So you did not.
Well, I don't know if
read
we're gonna
the
not
first-
go on opening.
I read the
day
first
because
one.
John's gone.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But,
So you know who they are.
no.
It was at the very end of the first
No,
Batman.
no, they revealed themselves. They never said who they were, though.
Yeah,
did
they did.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Reading
Who is it?
comprehension.
All right. Well,
Shut your face.
spoiler, but it was
Who
the
is it?
it was the end of the first issue.
Who
Was
was it?
Gotham.
Whoa.
He is Gotham, and she is Gotham Girl.
Right.
Oh, I almost
Sorry,
had it right.
Gotham Woman.
No, I know that. I'm their actual identities, though.
Oh, I'm
Characters
sorry.
like this exist already. So who is
Secret
it?
identity.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I was asking.
That's what I was
No.
worried about. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
okay.
my goodness.
Okay, John does have reading comprehension, so
Yeah.
it is good.
It's okay. Ken's sleeping on the couch for the next one.
All right.
All right.
No snoring.
looks like a decent couch.
Yeah. Well, and I'm interested. I mean, Tom King is the new writer. I'm definitely hoping that we see.
How do you think the transition's been? Bat talk.
Yeah, Bat Chat.
Bat chat.
I think this is really. I thought the first one was actually kind of a letdown because Tom King does some amazing work, and like he does Sheriff of Babylon and his Vertigo. He's exclusively under DC right now, and he writes some kind of messed up stuff. So I mean, I was really waiting for some
That twisted
excitement.
Batman life.
Yeah. And the first part of this that we got, I don't know. Batman's introspective on his relationship, on would mom and dad think that this is an honorable death or a good death? You know, it was just not where I thought it was going to end up being. So I'm kind of waiting on.
Keep going.
Yes.
I'll bring this up later.
Okay, all right.
We will talk about this.
Yeah, we will.
A friend of mine actually has the Flash meets
That was
Colonel
awesome.
Sanders.
And yeah, I got
Ryan,
that.
that's for
Just
you.
that reaction.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers about what's to come.
But no, that's the thing. It'll be very interesting to see how Batman reacts with a Superman-like character in his city, and Tom King's take on this after a wonderful but very long run by Schneider. And Capullo. I mean, that was very nice. But it was time. It was time for a change, and so I'd like to really see a change.
So you're okay with this?
Yeah. I'm hoping on seeing a not as much
Civil War.
influence in the
Whoa.
Split down the middle of the table.
All right.
What?
Sorry, Dead Lady Bush.
Yeah.
Keep going.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a very interesting
Right. You have a
take.
dark side to you that I didn't know you
yeah.
existed. Wow.
Luckily, I had some friends on Comic Book Roundtable that recommended this one to me, so I got in on this series early.
Peer pressure.
Yep. And like I said, it's been a wonderful take. Sheriff of Babylon recommendation by me. Batman, can't wait to see how this continues to go.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, I'll be curious too.
And on the end of that with Rebirth, I think this is also probably going to be another Tim Sale cover or. Well, no, it's
Cover.
yeah, the cover. It's Percy and Schmidt are the ones that are doing the work on it. But the Green Arrow, end of his last issue, he was attacked and possibly killed. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with him on this one. So the writer previously I was not excited by, but with Otto Schmidt's work, and then Juan Fiera, who was doing Suicide Squad right before this, beautiful artwork. Every 3 issues they're changing, so next one will be Juan Fiera for 3, so I can't wait to see that. And then finally, of course, had to do some Marvel. Moon Knight, very interested to see how this one goes. The argument right now is Moon Knight has to figure out, is he going insane? Does he have magical powers? Or is it a little bit of both? So
I like a little bit of both.
yeah,
You've got magical powers being insane.
With a beard like
Yeah,
that.
well,
Yeah.
and if you are a telepath, you hear voices in your head and you don't know if they're yours or not.
Yeah.
You might also just be a psychopath, or you might be a telepath. Who knows?
well, and that's what he's trying to figure out. He has a multiple personality disorder?
Sure.
Because one issue, it was
or does he? Because if he's he should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one issue he teams up with Captain America, Wolverine, and Spider-Man, and then at the end, the reader is let in that none of those three people ever were there, and that was just him going through all their.
Oh.
So it'll be very interesting to see Lemire's take on this, to see if right now he's in a mental asylum, and they've told him that since he's been 14 that he's been locked up there, and he's like, no, I have this entire history on Moon Knight, and they're showing him pictures like you've always imagined that you were Moon Knight. So it'll be interesting. This is the new universe of Marvel, so
There's a Buffy the Vampire episode that's exactly like
yeah,
that.
the coma episode. I like that one.
So now I heard a rumor,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's true, that Moon Knight is either going to be
Should
part of
always
Phase 4
perpetuate
for
rumors.
Marvel Universe for the movies, or possibly getting a Netflix series.
Yeah, I could see Netflix would be more likely. I can't see him putting butts in seats.
I'm thinking. I feel like I've heard that rumor as well. Moon Knight going to a TV series, and I think Moon Knight's not well known enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Even
But
Thor doesn't.
when you put the Marvel tag under it that it's a comic book, the way things are going today, where you have The Walking Dead, you have the Green Arrow, you have the Flash, you have.
Supergirl.
I was gonna try to avoid that one. But you have all kinds of good comic book inspired shows going on Netflix that are just huge right now, and they're doing very well. And I could definitely see a Moon Knight.
You know which ones I'd like to see it as a series?
What's that?
Cloak and Dagger. I think that would be.
Actually, they're supposed to
There's
be
talk about
on. Oh,
It's not
no, it's like the Family Channel. ABC Family has been renamed.
Put it to CW and it'll be good.
Yeah, no, it's going to be
territory.
like a love drama thing.
CW also did Supergirl, so
Yeah.
No.
CBS or
CBS, but they're moving it to CW. So
Which is good, yeah.
I'm hoping that second season is so much better.
Hopefully they improve the intro line, which I've just been complaining about every time we've shot together.
Here's something
So
random
bad.
for those who liked Constantine, which was on NBC. You can now actually watch every episode of Constantine on the CW app.
Which is
So
Interesting.
I'm hoping, and they did bring the character into Arrow, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping that maybe there's the possibility Constantine might actually show up on the CW.
Make
I
it
think
come
they
back.
could do a really good series on Constantine.
there was a lot of fan cry out for that when it
Yes,
didn't work out
yeah.
the first time. So
But there's a fan crowd for everything. If you think
that's true. Deadpool. Yeah.
Judge Dredd.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dredd was badass.
Judge
dude. Oh my
Dredd 2,
God.
supposedly in the works.
No.
No, it got shot down?
Carl Urban just said that. They're no further along than what they ever have been.
Oh,
Let's just put it that way.
Which is nice.
I know he'd be interested in
He
that.
is, but it comes down to the dollars of producers.
That Judge Dredd, not the Stallone one, but the Carl Urban one.
We just
Excellent movie.
I love that movie.
we need to crank up the aftermarket sales
Yeah.
so that they'll be content enough to fucking do it again.
Cersei from Game of Thrones played the badass mother in that
Yeah.
one too. She just plays good bad villains.
Yeah.
Well, you talking about raising up the name
The
value or
aftermarket
whatever?
sale,
Retail. Netflix said they would make a third season of Teen Titans if the stream was at high enough. If they
Young
had
Justice.
Young Justice.
I
Thank
love
you.
Young Justice. That was
Which
fun.
I've watched season 2 at least 3 times just to get
Just
the
to get
numbers
it up.
because that
You just put it in the background while you're
I was
doing
gonna say I'm
things.
gonna just start playing that
Yeah.
while I'm out mowing the lawn
Yeah.
or something.
it may be a cartoon, but really the
There's a
storyline
lot of
is
content.
very
a lot of cameos.
there's spy
Art was
element
strong,
to it,
voice work, all of that
It was
great.
excellent.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
DC rocks the comic, the cartoon movies.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Killing Joke's coming up, so looking forward to that.
Killing
Yeah.
Joke, high quality.
Which will be
R-rated.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. R-rated cartoon in the theaters for around us. So once again, if you're in the 605, hit Rainbow, get your tickets, go see it.
I think they still have them on sale. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
July 25th.
Which I need to
Alright,
give
guys.
you your ticket.
I wasn't prepared, so I'm gonna go see if I can Fonz that vending machine and get another beer.
All right.
Do it.
We'll have to get
Beer
the
break.
robot going.
Beer
Yeah.
break. So, but yeah, no, other than that, God, we have a lot to talk about.
There's so much going on in their work between movies, television, the
Absolutely.
books that are coming out, the collectibles. It's really a good time to be a nerd right now in the world.
Yeah.
I'll say. I'll drink to that. All right.
Well, and I'm definitely becoming a collector. I mean, well, especially Batman and Green Arrow. You're getting 2 of these a month, first week and third week.
Yeah.
So if you think $2.99, you're getting 2 books for $6. I definitely think it's worth it. Do the Skyler run right there. Skyler shuffle.
Sliding in.
Skyler.
And there's so much stuff on TV right now that's comics besides what's on the CW, like Preacher.
Yeah.
I've only seen like half of episode 1, and I really enjoyed it. The only trouble is I have to buy it if I want to watch it. So,
Okay.
but I'm interested in seeing more of it.
All right. So you don't go to the website or?
No, I get it through Amazon.
Okay.
I think the first episode was free, but then after that it's
Alright.
like $2.99 or $1.99.
A lot of those I was catching up. Supergirl, Preacher, some of them I've been watching on their apps and websites. Just because it's opposite. Like Supergirl, this is still going to be the 7 o'clock time slot, so it's opposite of Gotham. So I still won't be able to watch it. I'll be watching my Gotham.
Gotham is also another
And
excellent.
then, why would you try to compete with that? I mean,
Yeah, that
if you
doesn't
can,
make
if
sense.
you can find
Yeah.
a time slot where the people who are watching Gotham can go to watching Supergirl,
Yeah.
or you can put it right before, so you go from Supergirl to change the channel over.
Yeah.
But instead, you're trying to compete with basically your exact same crowd.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're trying to split the crowd instead of getting
Complement.
the same crowd that's watching that show over to yours.
Yeah, I think
So
I'd be
that's-
rearranging the schedule that way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey,
Well,
you've been
I-
watching Gotham on Fox? Come over to the CW and see Supergirl.
Right, and the channels advertise on other channels all the time. So during Gotham, you have ads for Supergirl starting at 7:30
Yeah.
after Gotham's done at 7:30, and you switch the channel over and call it a day.
There's so many good shows out right now.
Yeah.
I can't even keep track of them. I had to
Well,
make a list and be like,
right,
okay,
yes.
on Monday we watch this, on Tuesday we watch that.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing too. Is at least for me, I'm reaching my saturation point. I'm not watching the Legends of Tomorrow.
Oof.
I'm actually more interested to see what they're going to do next season. On that. This season was a little rough, but some of the characters. I mean, they're bringing in Vixen.
Yeah.
Vixen's going to be
Yeah.
a regular character. Jay Garrett, the Silver Age Flash, is going to be a regular character,
Yeah.
and I just think it's going to be. You know, they're already introducing the Justice Society of America. You know,
Yeah,
that's going to be really kind of a cool idea, and I just think they have so. And with Flashpoint going, the Flashpoint paradox going on in Flash,
yeah,
who knows what's going to happen? You know, there's Stephen Amell said that he was misquoted when he said it
Yeah.
was going to affect Arrow. He said it may affect Arrow.
and I can see at least a couple episodes.
Yeah, there's already been crossovers where they're working
Yeah.
together and all these kinds of things. So of course it's going to have some effect on the universe.
Yeah,
It might have not having a direct effect on the Arrow character, but it's going to have an effect on the overall universe because they're all paired together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
I have to say, just with that, the Flash has been very fast about things like 3 episodes, boom, 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 take care of this. Don't let this drag out. Love affair,
Yeah.
don't let that drag out. Which I think we saw in like Gotham first. Too many of them stretched this out, and they started losing their watchers for that reason.
Agents of Shield, I just can't get into
Yeah.
it. I mean, I've tried multiple times, and it's just like. I'm
With
just
the-
There's,
with
there's
disappointed.
2 things I can't do, and that's villain of the week.
Right.
So like we're just gonna beat this villain by the end of the 30-minute
yeah.
episode,
Yeah.
and just like this long drawn out. Well, here's this love affair, and that's gonna last through the entire show, and he never gets over it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what? We've all gotten over lost love in our life.
a little faster than that.
Yeah, and sometimes even in less time than it takes for the whole series to run through.
Yeah.
Which that's where I kind of want to build onto is I cannot watch a show on TV week to week, like you just said. You know, on Monday you're watching this, on Tuesday you're watching
Commercial
that,
breaks
and
and
you're
waiting.
and you're waiting a week to find out what happens.
Yeah.
That's why I love the streaming sites and stuff like that. I have to watch. I would never have gotten through Flash or Arrow if not for Netflix.
Well, thank God
And
Netflix.
watching it like just barreling through, and I just kind of want everybody else's opinion on, you know, the watching week to week or just the binge.
I would rather binge. Watch 3 episodes a night.
Retain
watch
more.
3 episodes a night.
Retain more.
You remember it. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that happened. Because sometimes it's like by the time you get to the end of the season, they're like, and previously on, and they'll flash back to a character you saw like for 10 minutes in the very first episode. And you're like, who the hell is that dude?
Right,
But,
and if you're binging, you don't even need the previously because you're watching 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 episodes a day and just getting through it.
And Netflix is rocking it because they've got the deal with Disney, so they've got the Marvel, they've got the Star Wars, and they just signed a deal with CW. So now, once it shows off CW, within a week of its season ending, it's on Netflix.
The full season.
Yeah, so a week later, you know, Flash ends on this day. A week later, you can watch the whole thing on Netflix, and they just signed that deal.
Yeah.
And
I have a season of Arrow and I have a season of Flash.
Watch it on the app. I think usually a week later or online, usually a day to a week.
App, right?
Yeah. Even though I'm the old guy who used to have to wait during the, you know, the end of the series premiere.
He's about to tell us about he had to. I had recorded on the VHS.
Oh my goodness! I had the pliers that I had to turn the dial with.
Oh, God bless you.
You broke the button off?
Yeah. I know with you just worried about running out of battery power. No. I'm talking about good old days.
Oh no, I had the TV that would lose the color and you to kick it at the base. It was one of the 12 channel clickers.
Did it have the antennas with the tinfoil wrapped on it?
No, it's a little newer than that. But
once you got the cable for the one TV, you ran it all the way through the house, punching holes in the walls to get it into your bedroom and that. Yes, the binge is awesome. The only problem with a binge is if you have a group of buddies and all of a sudden it's like, well, Jessica Jones just came out, so we're going to watch it. And then that one person who's got the busy week is putting their fingers in their ears because they can't hang out with the buddies because they've watched 30 hours of TV or 13 hours in the 13 episodes. They've done it in a day or a day and a half.
So how often does that happen to you, and how do you cope?
I just accept it. I mean, that's one of the things is you try to avoid it somewhat online. You kind of look past it. Yeah. I was always, of course, late to the party, so when it came to books, you hear about it, you just let it dump out of your brain. You just kind of let it sit in the back.
You just don't process it and just pretend like you never heard it.
Like
after you read, it's like, oh, that's who the killer was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. My buddy Tom told me that.
Yeah, because I'm not watching Game of Thrones right now, and so I'm always really late. So I remember everybody talking about this big thing or that big thing, and I'm just like,
what just happened? I heard Game of Thrones had blacked out.
Oh yeah. And then all of a sudden, boom! I see it on the TV, and I'm like, "Oh, I knew that was coming, but I forgot when." So it's in there.
It still makes it exciting if you can just not process that. And that's another thing too. Like we've all kind of praised the glory of the binge watch.
Yeah.
But you've brought up like Friends, and that's something that you don't binge watch a show with friends typically. And I remember I never actually cared about the show. I never watched any of it. But my buddy would have a couple of friends over, and they'd drink whiskey. I'd just bring my beers and hang out with them and chat during commercial breaks while they were watching Entourage. Because I never cared about the show at all. And in fact, I was playing games on my phone while the show was going on.
Yeah.
But it's a time to hang out with your friends. And that'd be, I think that's the only way I could see watching a weekly show like at its scheduled times, like with some buddies,
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
That interaction and the social experience is a little bit more when you're on a weekly schedule, not the binge watching. But.
Right.
Well, and it even plays into like when we go to the movies. We put together, you guys fought and killed, I don't know how many people to get, like 13, 14 seats together for...
you should see the scalp collection.
Captain America. But if you think about it, it's not like during the movie you turn around and go, hey, that was pretty good that Captain America did that, wasn't it?
Okay, I feel safe doing that.
All right.
I'll be like, hey, John, did you see that?
This is why I don't sit next to Ken when you see a movie in the theaters.
Yeah.
Like, where's Ken? Can I be on the other end?
Yeah. But the rarity is you see the movie and then you go and chat about it afterwards.
Yeah. Right.
Because I know that's what you guys would do as I used to be the viewer and watch this show. And hear about how you guys would go to the midnight showing. I can't believe you ever did that.
It's all true.
Once again, thank you, Rainbow Comics and Collectibles.
The 7 p.m.
7 p.m. shows. Oh yes.
Buying it out, and you know what?
Yep.
I'm going to go on to this little thing here real quick.
Yep.
When we went to see the Star Wars movie
Yeah.
in the
What a
theater,
great
the first
experience.
time that Rainbow bought out the theater,
Yeah.
I'm looking around and I'm seeing families, I'm seeing children, I'm seeing all these things that you don't want to see when you're at a movie.
Yeah.
Because these kids are going to be running around, they're going to be screaming, they're going to be crying, they're going to be yelling. All these things are going to happen.
Didn't happen.
Silence.
Yep.
The entire movie. Other than the one thing I absolutely hate at a movie is
what I
when
remember.
people applaud stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, R2D2 showed up, let's all clap! It's like, no, hey, shut the hell up. Nobody that made this movie is here for you to clap at. We're all clapping
He actually said
for
that
each
too,
other,
verbatim.
enjoying.
Yeah.
I said that during the movie because everybody was clapping and
To a
enjoying it.
mom
It's
of
like,
three.
no, let's not the clapping. I hate it when I go to a movie, even like an early movie, and people stand up and they clap at the end as the credits roll.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're applauding the names of the people that made this, but none of them are here to hear it. Just shut up and go post online that you enjoyed the movie.
The only time I clapped in that movie was Millennium Falcon.
Oh.
And it deserved
No,
it.
Yeah.
I was sitting next to you though during Captain America, and we did hear the one person in the one part go Martha when they were fighting, and that was the one I was just like, I can't believe somebody yelled it out. You know?
I didn't yell it out. I leaned over to John and I'm like, when they were talking about Tony Stark's mom being killed, I'm like, was her name Martha too?
But no, during the big fight, there was somebody yelled Martha, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe they did that.
Which
Yeah.
you'll get now tonight since you're going to go see Superman versus Batman.
Let us know what
tonight.
you think.
Well, no, and I'm going to the cheap seats
Yeah.
theater in Sioux Falls, so I'll probably have some junkie sitting behind me and like some single mom with her kids at the movie way too late, and that's about all the people that are going to be there.
Yeah.
So.
To be honest, it'll probably just be you.
It'll probably be me and my buddy, and that's going to be it. But while I'm ranting, and we have just brought up Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones people, stop! Just please. All of you all watch Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah,
You're all on it?
Well, like
okay.
months late. But
Please stop.
Oh.
Here's a situation that I've had more than 4 times in the last 3 days.
Oh, shit.
Seriously, specifically. Someone says, so do you watch Game of Thrones? No, I don't care. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to try to get me to watch it.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Oh, you have to watch it.
Oh, but if after you watch the first episode, you'll be, I'm gonna kill somebody. Just no, please. So I had a friend that I was playing Magic with on Sunday, and I explained to him about how all the people that they bring up Game of Thrones. Like, no, I don't. I'm not interested. I have no interest. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want you to tell me about it. I don't want to watch it. I don't care. I don't care at all. And I explained to him about how all the people, after I tell them I don't want to hear about it and I don't care, that they try to get me to watch it.
He tried to get you to watch it.
And he goes into, if just once you get through if you just watch a couple of minutes of the first episode, you'll just like, seriously, I just went through this whole rant about how people that watch Game of Thrones just can't not get you to watch it. And what did you do immediately after that? No, I tried to get you to watch it, didn't I? No, damn it!
Skyler, well, I
Everybody
watch Game of Thrones. I'm not going to try and get you to watch it. If you get the chance and you want to, go for it. But I'm not going to pressure you into it.
I'm just gonna load up Game of Thrones real quick
See,
on my
here
tablet.
here you are passively. You're passively trying to. He's actively trying to watch it,
I'm just
and
keeping my
John's
mouth
just watching
shut.
the show.
I'm just keeping my mouth
It's
shut.
not for everyone because, to be honest, the first
No, and
season,
I
I
understand.
tried watching it and I'm like,
I'm not
I don't know
gonna-
who the
there
fuck
might-
any of these. Sorry,
there
Matt.
might
It's
be
gonna
a
fuck
time.
any of these people are.
There
I mean,
might be a time,
Yeah.
but it's just the fact that people that watch it are just so relentless about trying to get you to watch the
Let
show
me
that
tell
they
you
love.
about
It's
my
like,
religion.
Well,
yeah,
and the thing is,
basically, it's like the guy people knocking on your door.
We got
like,
like 14 episodes
We're
left,
from
and
the
then you don't
Church
have
of
to worry
Jesus
about it
Christ of
anymore.
Latter-day Saints.
and the one thing I've noticed also is it's sometimes about medium.
Yeah.
Like all those people that tell you about Game of Thrones and Game of Thrones, ask them how many of the books they've read.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That's the thing is they won't read the books. They won't get the comics that are eventually made and all that. And as comic book readers that we always have, that's one of the tough things to figure out that there's tons of people going to these movies. And, people see us wearing the shirts and they're like, oh yeah, I love Batman. Oh, Ben Affleck this. You go, oh, are you picking up the new series? the new series of what? Is there a new movie coming out? Like, no, the comic book that it was based off of.
Right.
Everybody wants to have it in a medium that they enjoy, and I now understand that. Before, I was probably a jerk about it, but I understand because there are certain things. I love the Flash TV show. I am not going to pick up the Flash comic book.
Sure.
I can.
And that's I saw that a lot after Deadpool was announced.
Oh, yeah.
I said it before, I'll say it again. I go to the shop a bunch of times and play Magic on Friday nights.
Yeah.
So after the Deadpool movie got announced, the next Friday, there was about 20 people wearing Deadpool shirts and hats and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, those are pretty cool shirts. It's like, have you read this run? Have you read that run? He's just... I don't remember which one it is. I have it specifically, actually. It's like a 4-book run where Deadpool's running around with the zombie head of Deadpool from another dimension. And Deadpool's voice in his head and his actual voice and the voice of the zombie head and the voice of the head of the zombie head are all having this weird conversation that's really crazy and ill-balanced and entertaining.
Perfect Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly. And, no, I've never read a Deadpool comic. I just am excited for the movie. It's like, take the fucking shirt off.
What
then.
are you repping? Yeah.
I guess the way I look at it, at least the movie might get somebody to read the comic that never would have thought of doing it.
Maybe.
I've read some of the comics. I've read
it does expand the crowd.
I've seen the movie like 10 times at this point in time. It's kind of ridiculous.
You can't stop watching
it. Francis! I love the movie, but I like the comics as well. But to me, I don't consider them all the same thing. To me, it's almost like, okay, parallel worlds. You've got the books, you've got the movies, you got everything is separate. Not everything has to be tied together.
Yeah. Which I was wondering too, because I'm standing at the comic shelves and I'm picking out my comics, and this kid's like, "Dad, that's the one I want. It's the new Deadpool," and he gets it off, and I'm like, "Why does this 10 to 15-year-old kid know who Deadpool is?"
You should be buying your kid Deadpool.
And then I find out from somebody else, it's from the cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize he had appeared in a couple Spider-Man and a couple other things.
Oh boy.
So
not even a Deadpool comic.
Oh,
it's actually about Wolverine. But I love the fact that it's Deadpool doing the Leonardo DiCaprio walk meme.
I wondered. I saw that on the shelf. I was wondering.
It's a meme where it's actually the real meme is a Leonardo DiCaprio just walking like that. I just got such a kick out of that. It has nothing to do with the book. The book's about Wolverine.
Yeah.
But I thought that was so cool that I had to pick it up.
All right.
All right. Well, we gotta. We better roll it in, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we are at about 46 minutes.
We're going pretty deep.
Yeah.
I had to get that piece in.
Yeah.
I know just like in the next couple of days, my Twitter and Facebook are just gonna blow the fuck up with people like, you need to watch Game of Thrones.
You know what other
just
shows
to
like
spite me.
Yeah.
But
Breaking Bad. Everyone's like, did you see Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad? Oh, you gotta see Breaking Bad.
That was me.
So I like Breaking Bad, but I didn't even watch the last season because I was like, I'm over it.
So make sure you do contact Skyler at Skyler Loves Hordor.
Yeah.
So.
Firstofhisname.com.
Son of a bitch.
All right, John, wrap us up.
All right.
Well, hold on, because we're going to talk about some beer.
Sorry. Let's cap it off with the best.
Yeah,
then.
let's talk about a little bit of beer. I got Surly Overrated here.
Oh.
We're bringing back a little bit of the beer segment.
Yes.
We're not going deep into it as we did before, but it's a West Coast style IPA. It's not a ribbon winner, but they've got a fucking ribbon on it. First place ribbon, just because. And you know what? It's a middle of the road IPA style. It's not overpowering on any actual points of it or whatever, but it's got a decent hoppy profile, and it's from Surly, who has been distributing in the. They're from the Twin Cities area.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what suburb specifically, but they've actually just started distributing here in South Dakota about 2-3 months ago. I forget exactly.
I've heard a lot of buzz.
But the Surly Brewery is just incredible. They're overrated, and they have a serious sense of humor about it, because every brewery that exists right now is doing a West Coast style IPA.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it because it's the nice middle of the road that just appeals to so many people, and they just have the sense of humor to call it overrated. And their whole blurb on the back is about, hey, let's just make a West Coast style IPA like everybody else in the business. And they just go on about it, but it's such a popular style that they can't not do it.
They have fun with it, which
Right.
is nice.
And another one that I drank recently that was pretty decent. It was a Pilsner style lager called America.
All right.
It was hashtag. It was actually hashtag Merica.
Yeah.
Merica.
Mike,
Oh, yeah.
you're drinking that.
And it's a light,
Getting my
a
info.
pounder. It's a
Yeah.
it's a chuggable.
All right.
Shooting off fireworks, blowing stuff up. Let's get drunk and
Yeah.
hope we don't cause problems.
America!
Brooklyn Center, Surly beer, definitely excellent.
Absolutely.
What would you
survey
give
is
for a
pretty
beer
solid.
rating for that beer?
For this one, I'm gonna go ahead and give a 4 out of 6,
Okay.
just because
What about Merica?
it didn't really overwhelm me with the flavor or style or anything like that. But it's a very serviceable beer.
It just whelmed him.
Yeah,
Wow.
America, I'd probably rate 2 out of 6, just
Oh.
because we can make it great again. I believe we have the capabilities to make
Yeah.
it great again.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh.
Wow. And on that note,
yes. Well, you guys have an awesome comic book summer. Mark versus John next month, less than 30
Coming
days
in
from now.
hot.
So we're going to be taking over 10 Dakota for sure. Anyways, keep it comics for sure and have an awesome comic book summer.
I do want to say, keep it. We're going to be filming a special episode coming up from the comic shop after hours.
Yes,
So
Rainbow.
you got to keep
Yeah.
that
Hours
Rainbow.
of the
Keep
show.
it comics. Keep it local.
We're bringing in some movie reviews as well, some new things coming out.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Give me a picture.